Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out Metlife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Darnold from the gun. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. On first down, it's Darnold. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A first down throw, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Come on, fellas.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led by a 3-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season. It's DESHAUN Watson.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's brought in by Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st and 10, Watson, and the catch made by Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Again, it's Watson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Again, it's Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On second down, Eckler, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he fires one, but incomplete. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the handoff, Connor. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to be sacked. Back in the 23-yard line. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a handoff to Connor. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Running on first down, Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Second and 12. Darnold now to throw. And this is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. So Sam Darnold not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. T.J. Watt. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amendola now for the Jets field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That swung out wide to Harris. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Here's Watson. Short little throw to Ebron. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now the pass finding its way to the hands of Eric Ebron. That catch good for only a couple. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
On 1st down, Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He's going to let this one go deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A little check down to Lindsey. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
Here we go.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The drive will start with Connor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Then we start looking for big-time corners. We're going to start with athleticism, but without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, so the football will come out to the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson to the catch made by Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, it's Watson. Ebron with it over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Quentin Williams able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. To throw is Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Watson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
3rd and 2, Watson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The return man, Ty Johnson. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Working with a 2nd and 4. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Darnold completes it, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Here's Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Watson on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. From just shy of midfield, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the 2nd of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half, and it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Johnson now returning. And he returns this to the 22. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted all time. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 62 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the 50, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Flush to his right. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson quickly into the hands of Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Shifts by him. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Darnold. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll get this to Connor underneath. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. They run with Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Harris. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. Here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The New York set to take the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Darnold. And that is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now DESHAUN Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
From the 41, Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 43-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he finds his target, Ebron. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson now to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 26-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Darnold on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
It's a 56-6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. It's complete to Brown, right side. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Darnold from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And all the way down to the 5. 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Eckler there to make the grab. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the web.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson off play action. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, it's Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Watson. Ebron caught left side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got it. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On first down, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Darnold now to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold, he's going to look deep for more. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, 59 yards. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, it's Watson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10 is counter. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Harris. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. 4th fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. There's a nice move. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Let's go.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 15. A little over a minute to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.